Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about a petition on change.org written by Kristie Winters to Susan Wojcicki, the CEO of YouTube, to reinstate Kevin Logan's channel and to change the flagging system here on YouTube. Both of which I am in favor of, and I signed the petition and I urge you all to sign it, link in the description box. That said, there was one part of the petition that I was a little bit iffy about, and I wanted to talk about that. And that part is where Kristie Winters suggests that YouTube should make a special protections list out of the hit list that /poll had for the YouTubers that they wanted to take down. They should protect all of them because this group made a list. So we should take that list and use that to decide what we protect. And I don't know about that, because I think that is a system that can also be abused. We shouldn't be replacing the abusable flagging system with another abusable flagging system. And let me expound upon this. I actually have one of those such protections that Kristie is suggesting that they create. And if Kevin Logan gets his channel back in the method that I got my channel back and many others have, I'm sure that he will be put into the column of review if this ever happens again on YouTube. The way that I got this such immunity was in 2014. I had my channel taken down by a massive flagging attack. I got no warning whatsoever with like 1, 2, 3 strikes. I went from 0 to channel dead just in a matter of an hour. I checked my channel, and then like an hour later I got a message from YouTube I was terminated, And this one method of terminating someone's channel, it had been noticed by YouTube as being kind of a glitch that was being exploited by trolls, and it had been going on for a while. And the way that I reinstated my channel was through using means other than the normal petition to get your channel back. It's by using certain email addresses that are only sent to you from YouTube. Basically, you have to get into that email address, and it's a very weird way of going around it. But this trick, it's been used by me, by Exiled, by Happy Cabby when he was alive. And when Happy Cabby got this little bit of immunity, he was able to then partner underneath his channel Brett Keane, who had been flagged down like 50 times before using this same exploit, right? And so Brett Keane then had this little bit of immunity that protected him from that one exploit, right? It doesn't mean that you are all the way protected. I mean, it does get reviewed by a real person, but you are then in this column. After it happens to you, you are protected. So what she's asking for, they actually already have something like this, but taking the list of, say, a hate group like the Southern Poverty Law Center or /poll or Antifa or anything like the list of atheist YouTubers from Creation Wiki, taking any list like that and then giving that group just immunity based on being targeted runs into the problem of who wrote the targeted list. Maybe it was people who want immunity. People will think up ways to exploit this system by targeting themselves in order to get the immunity, in order to create more of the type of things that Kristie Winters and company don't want to see here on YouTube. Another example I have of this is from a different social network, from Twitter. You can look up something called the Twitter Gulag Defense Network. This was before everyone had figured out the way to protect yourself on Twitter. But basically, the first people to figure it out was Twitter Gulag Defense Network. It was a bunch of right-wing radical conservatives who realized that if you have 3,000 or more Twitter followers, it's very hard for people to flag down your content. So this network of people decided to follow each other and give each other 3,000 followers to get over that magic number by which Twitter would actually not react to things with a bot based on the number of complaints that they got. Then it would actually have to be reviewed by a human person, which basically didn't exist. So then they got immunity. Now, the flip side to this was the Twitter Gulag Defense Network inspired the left-wing side to do the same thing, and that was Unite Blue. And that's a website now that, like, it actually spawned into something, like, completely different, where they actually lead the pushing of hashtags in the progressive realm. But it initially was a response to the conservatives getting immunity, so they wanted immunity, so that they could both basically have mutually assured destruction with the worst tweets to each other that they could possibly imagine, and no one could flag them down. This is what happened when people knew the method to get the immunity. They intentionally got the immunity before they started being shitty to each other. Okay? So, yeah. I'm a little bit iffy about creating protected lists based on anything that people know about. I like the algorithm and all of the mechanisms behind YouTube left, a little bit shrouded in mystery, because when people know how to exploit it, they do. When they know the workings of it, they create ways to exploit it. And, yeah. I've been a victim of it, and I feel for Kevin Logan, and I hope he gets his channel back, and I hope they do add more YouTube heroes or flag reviewers, or do something in the face of all this, because it's been going on for years now, and the answer has to be out there. We've been crunching it for so long, this problem of flagging, and I've been following this problem for a very long time, and I do think that one of the best things they can do is hire more people, and it does come down to money and budgeting. And unfortunately, I don't think that they think that we're worth it yet. And one day I hope that they stop being evil and start hiring people to attack this problem.